Hey there guys, it's Tom here from PT Mastermind. In this video I'm going to show you how to make 5k in the next 5 days in your fitness business. Now this video is a recording of a live hangout that I did a couple of weeks ago. So if I've got any reference to live hangout or today on the call, well that's all to do with the call that I was on. So let me ask you a few questions guys. Do you feel like you're working a job instead of running a business? You can't take time off without a drop in your income and you want to make money online but you're not really sure what you need to do? Well, I've created this live training to show you how to package your knowledge into a highly desirable solution that people are willing to pay money for, and I'll show you the exact strategy that will bring in 5k in the next 5 days in your fitness business and what you need to do each day to implement this strategy in your fitness business so you can get to work on it straight after the video. 5 days to 5k. So here's an overview. Day one, we talk to our clients, we find out the most painful problem that they want to solve. Day two, we set up a webinar to address the pain of your audience and set up our Facebook ads campaign. Day three, we record all content for the program and upload the content into a membership site. Day four, we tweak the Facebook ads for webinar signups and then we create the webinar presentation itself, just like this one. We create a basic sales page and a sales link. Day five, we host a webinar, we sell the program and we get sales. So happy days everyone, this is when we get the 5k. So shall we start on day one? And again, we need to choose our audience. What market segment do we want to serve? Do we want to work with women? Do we want to work with men? Make your mind up. Who do you prefer to work with? This is the most important part of this whole process. If you don't get your research right, then whatever you do on top of that will fail. Again, this is the fundamentals. This is the foundation. So we need to pick an audience who we want to work with. And then we need to speak to that specific audience and ask them what their painful problems are, ask them what their frustrations are, ask them why they want to transform their body. So talk to your clients, sit down with them, record a Skype conversation so you can listen over it again and pick out certain bits and analyze it for the pains that you might not be able to pick up on. And then we need to narrow down the target market by demographic, by their pain, by their motivation. So again, the example that I used earlier of the stubborn belly fat, so I'm looking for middle-aged women who want to get rid of their stubborn belly fat to look better in front of their partner. This is the customer profile that I've created from the research. Another one is 25 to 35-year-old males who've been trying for years to get ripped but nothing ever works. It's another little market there that you can target. And again, speak to 3 people that fit your target audience and listen out to the buzzwords. So for example, I was on the phone to a prospect the other day who wanted to lose belly fat. She said to me, belly fat is hanging on for dear life, Tom. I wish it would just give up and leave. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that quote as a bullet point on my sales page or on my landing page because that speaks directly to the emotion of the prospect of the target audience. So does that all make sense, guys? Could you just drop a comment in the Facebook comments below? Just let me know whether that makes sense. Let me know whether this is sinking in. I want a bit of interaction. I want to see what your thoughts are to all this so far. That's day one. This is the most important part of the whole process, so make sure you spend some time getting to know your audience and understanding what their pains are. Just going to check the comments. Awesome stuff, right. So let's move on to day two. Right, so this is where we're going to set up the webinar. So you can either use GoToWebinar. For this Hangout, I've used Google Hangouts on Air. It's a really fantastic platform, and I think this is going to wipe out all the webinar platform softwares. You know, the benefits of using this is it's free. You don't have a limited number of people that can attend. You guys haven't had to download any software today. You just hit play on the video that I've hosted. And what Google Plus will do, they'll actually record a recording of this while it's happening right now and automatically post to your YouTube channel. A fantastic service. I'm going to be using it for all my webinars and my Hangouts in the future. Right, so we want to set up the webinar. I want to create the webinar landing page in lead pages.
Lead Pages is very cheap. I think it's about $35 a month. Lead Pages gives you lots of conversion optimized templates for you to just copy and paste your content in. This is where we're going to set up our webinar sign up page. We're going to link that through to Aweber. You want to set up an account with Aweber. I think it's about $20 a month. I think you get your first month free. You create a list, and then you create a sign up box for that list. And then what you'll do is you'll sync your Aweber account with Lead Pages, and then you'll make sure that on the webinar sign up lead page you've synced your sign up form. So when people sign up on your webinar squeeze page, the email will go through to that list that corresponds over in your Aweber account. And when we're writing our webinar sign up page, we want to test the headlines. We want to include the pain of your market segment. We want to include a benefit as well, and a limited time as well. So whether it's whether it's drop address size in the next 30 days, so you can squeeze into that new wedding dress that you've just bought. An example of a headline, I'm just top of my head, this is just flying off. What you want to do is sit down, brainstorm, write down as many headlines as you can, and get someone like myself or one of your peers to take a look at them and analyze which ones are best. Because if you do this yourself, you're going to be very biased. It's not going to be an unbiased decision. So please ask your peers, ask them to see which headline they would be more attracted to. And then on the webinar page, you want to tell them what they're going to get. You want to tell them the benefits. You want to tell them what content you're going to be giving them. You want to be addressing the pains of your audience, remember. Then we want to include a date, we want to include a time. We want to make sure if you're broadcasting worldwide, you've got times in different parts of the world. Then we'll set up our Facebook advertising to drive traffic to the webinar landing page, to the squeeze page, so we can get those people's email addresses that click on the link. Now, I don't have much time to go into the whole Facebook ad stuff today, but what you want to do, you want to create a page post ad. And this might get a little bit technical, guys, so just stay with me on this. You want to create a page post ad. Or sorry, you want to go into the Facebook Ads Manager, you want to create an advert, you want to remove the sponsored story. So you've just got the right-hand column advert in the Facebook Ads Editor. You want to copy in a description. You want to promote a post in the Facebook adverts. You want to remove the sponsored story, and you want to keep the right-hand post that you're promoting, the right-hand advert. You go through there, select your interests, select your targeting, select your demographics. I usually target males, I target females, and I split it up into age ranges, so 18 to 24, 25 to 34, etc., etc. So you set up these ads, and these ads will be for a specific post that you've posted on your Facebook fan page that is promoting the webinar, and that post includes an image. So we go into the Facebook Ads Editor, we create an advert for this post, we remove the sponsored story, so we've just got the right-hand column advert. And then what I do, I go over to Power Editor, and again, I can't go into too much detail here, but basically you'll make sure that those adverts are seen in the news feed, not the right-hand bar. And then I'll create the tracking pixel, I'll put the tracking pixel over in Lead Pages in the head tag, and then what I'll do is I'll set the bidding as to bid for conversions on my webinar squeeze page. Anyway, and then you want to test with different images. You want to test before and after photos. You want to test photos that are going to create an emotional response. And in your post, your Facebook post, you want to include the market pains. You want to include the headline. You want to include a link to the sign-up page, your webinar sign-up page in the post. So here's a cool little trick for you guys. Facebook Graph Search, it's a brilliant new tool that not many people are taking advantage of. So, for example, with the women who are looking to lose belly fat, I'll give you the example that I'm working on right now. The women who want to lose belly fat, I go over to Weight Watchers. Chances are there's going to be a lot of women there that want to lose belly fat. What I can then do is I can figure out, well, what are the interests of the women who like Weight Watchers? Can I find this out? And yes, you can. You can type in favourite interests of women who like fan page, so Weight Watchers. Type that in the search bar in Facebook, and what you'll see, Facebook will give you all the interests of the women who like Weight Watchers, and this is a really clever tactic, and you can use these interests in your Facebook advertising when you're targeting specific interests. Okay, so there's a little tip for you there. Right, are we all getting this? Are we all understanding this? I know I'm going through a bit of complex detail, but I'm trying to squeeze this in to an hour and able to answer some questions at the end. I apologise for my husky voice, it's getting a little bit worse, so I'm just going to take a big swig of water. Just bear with me. Right then, let's move on to day 3. So this is the day where we're going to create all the content, we're going to create the videos, we're going to create the documents and the worksheets. So we've really got some stuff to send over when people purchase our products. So we've got to ensure that the content solves your market specific pain. So we need to create the workouts, we need to create the nutrition program. Now you might want to create a custom program for your audience and add that on as an extra additional price so you can bump up the cost of your package as a custom nutrition plan and a custom training plan. You can charge a lot for those, guys. So when we're creating our content, I use a structure called motivation, information, action. Now for those members inside PT Mastermind, you'll already have got this in one of the training videos, but basically I learned this off Eben Pagan. Now if no one's heard of Eben Pagan on the call, I would strongly suggest you check out some of his products. That's Eben Pagan, E-B-A-N-P-A-G-A-N. He's probably one of the best marketers in the world right now, and I learned this from him. So really, to get someone to actually listen and consume your content and take action on it, you need to motivate them. You need to give them a reason why. You need to give them the benefits of what your content is going to do for them. And obviously, if you know your audience, you can play on the emotional heartstrings to really get them involved and engaged in the content that you're producing. Then we deliver the content, so whether that's a video, excuse me, whether that's a video, whether that's audio, whether that's a worksheet. And then we want to give them some action steps. We want to tell them what you want them to do next, so whether it's a worksheet, whether it's to go away and read a book, or whether it's to go away and do a specific exercise, or whether it's to prepare the meals for the day. This is a structure that will entice and get people to take action on the content you create. Otherwise, if people don't take action on your content, then what is the point in creating it? Okay, so we create the content, we've got the videos done, we've got the worksheets done. We then create a WordPress website. We install WordPress on a server and a domain. You know, I'm not going to go through all that now. WordPress is pretty easy to install. And then we purchased the Wishlist member plugin. I think it's $97 with a theme of your choice. Now you can use OptimizePress 2, which I'm going to be converting over to shortly, or we can look on themeforest.com for an attractive theme that we want to use. So then what we need to do is we can configure Wishlist member plugin. There's lots of tutorials online. There's lots of tutorials in their help and members area that will help you set it up quite easily. It might take a bit of time, but you can set it up. I did it all myself, and I'm not a massive tech geek. Hook that up with WordPress, and then what we can do is we can hook Wishlist member plugin up with PayPal and on your sales page, which we'll get to in a second. Is that all making sense, guys? Is that going in? I just want to hear from you in the comments. Just let me know. Yes, no, kind of, maybe, sort of. Let me know in the comments. And then we're going to move on to day 4. So day 4, right, we're going to tweak our Facebook ads today. This is the day we're going to check out, see how the Facebook ads are doing. We're going to delete all the poor performing ads, looking for ads that are doing maybe less than 1% click-through rate. Usually my ads are doing sort of 5, 6, 7, 8 click-through rate, which is pretty good. So I wouldn't expect you to get those click-through rates straight away. Then we can email all the subscribers with a reminder. Hopefully you'll have got some sign-ups from the webinar registration page. Hopefully you've spoke to your existing clients and asked them whether they want to join the program. You want to speak to your social networks, your extended networks, your friends and family, see if they want to get in on the program. So hopefully you'll have got a database of email subscribers all built up. And like today, send out a reminder 24 hours in advance. We want to send out a reminder an hour in advance, and then we want to send out a reminder 5 minutes in advance. because people are the worst at keeping track of schedules and presentations and things that they have to check into. So make sure you remind them, and make sure you give them some sort of calendar download link that they can put in the calendar. So if anyone wants any tutorials on how to create a calendar link that I created for this presentation, you can just Google it. It's really simple to do, guys. Then what we can do, we can create the sales page in Lead Pages. Again, this is simple to do. We can create a video, we can record ourselves, we can go through the headline of our webinar, we can essentially talk through the pains of your market, we can talk through the motivations, we can just write some copy that really plays on the emotions and gets them motivated to take action on the offer that you've got them. Then what we can do, we can hook up the Lead Pages sales page with PayPal. What PayPal can then do is talk to Wishlist. So whenever anyone buys your services or your program, Wishlist will automatically create a member. It'll automatically email them. It'll send them their login details, and it's all done hands-free. So day 5, this is the day that we've all been waiting for. We finally host your webinar or hangout, this is the exciting part, guys. This is where you start to see the money rolling in. Now, just to let you know, I'm not doing a sales pitch at the end of this, but this structure is for a sales pitch at the end of a webinar, and it can work extremely well. You want to check out a guy called Nick Peel. That's P-E-A-L-L. He has a webinar course, and he's done $300,000 off a single webinar before, so they can work at selling your stuff. So what you want to do, you want to host your webinar. I'm using a Google Hangout, and I've basically copied the code, copied it into a Lead Page, and I've embedded the Google Hangout into my Lead Pages form, a template for a live event. I've copied the Facebook comments code, and I've put that in the Lead Pages as well. It's all copy and paste, really, really simple. So you want to go through your webinar, you want to go through your presentation, you want to start with a nice story. You want to arrive early, calm, relaxed, glass of water, and you want to start with a story. You want to motivate them, you want to give them some benefits of your service, you want to give them the benefits and go through some of the frustrations that they're feeling right now. And then at the end, we can make the offer, we can send them to the sales page, we can give them a $1 7-day trial offer. Now, who doesn't want to try something out for 7 days for $1? $1 is nothing, right? So then what we can do, we can get them to purchase, which gets them to make a commitment, and then we can upsell them to your full price and limit the number of places to 25, because this puts a restriction on, this puts the scarcity element into play. So all we need, guys, is 25 sales. If your program is costing $197, so we could use a 6-week program, an 8-week program, a 12-week program, and you could definitely charge more for that. And if you're including the one-on-one coaching or the group coaching, I would suggest you can double that price. Some of you may be thinking, well, no one will pay that price. They will. If you position it right and you get them on the phone, you speak to them, you're going to convert these guys. So we need 25 sales if your program is $197. We get 100 people on the webinar. We convert 50% of the trial period for $1, and then 50% of those people buy an upsell to your full price program. So that's 25 people. Not a very high number at all. Very, very realistic, very, very possible. And even if you don't reach the sales target that you really wanted to get, maybe you're new to Facebook ads and you can't quite get the results that you want, that's fine. If you're using a Google Hangout like this, it'll record the Hangout automatically. So we can upload this to a landing page, so people have to exchange their email to watch the Hangout that you've recorded. We can then drive more traffic to this page, include a limited time trial offer, and we can also email everybody that didn't attend. So this will get you some more sales on the back end if you didn't hit that sales goal initially. So I hope that all makes sense, guys. 25 sales at $197 is not a lot to get. Entirely doable. As I said earlier, one of the case studies that I've done for one of my clients is to get 175 leads from a very small ad spend, and I got a 1200% return on investment for them. Imagine converting 175 leads, you know, at 20%. That gets your 25 sales straight away there. Right, so let's just recap. I want to just go over the 5 days just so you can break it down. Day 1, we talk to our clients. We find out the most painful problems that they want to solve. And it's important that you've addressed a specific target audience here and you've chosen who you want to work with. Day 2, we set up the webinar to address the pain of your audience and set up the Facebook advertising. Day 3, we record all the content for the program and we upload this content into a membership site. Day 4, we tweak the Facebook ads for the webinar signups. We create the webinar presentation, the sales page and the sales link. And day 5, we host the webinar, we sell the program, and we get sales. Now, I would say it's as simple as that, but if you're not very tech savvy, or if you're quite new to this online marketing thing, there may be a few stumbling blocks that you come across. So please reach out to me, drop me a message, and I'll help you where possible. But first off, I just want to let you know there is a strategy session for 10 people that I'm offering. I've got a few places over the next few days and next week. So please drop me an email at tom@ptmastermind.com or visit the meetme.so/Tom Crawshaw UK, or add me on Facebook. If you see my comment on the comments below, just drop me a message on Facebook and add me as a friend. It'd be great to connect. I really just want to get you on the phone so we can talk about the specific ways you can move your business forward. And if you had any ideas from the presentation today about the sort of markets you want to target and you need a little bit of help, a little bit of a push in the right direction, get yourself scheduled in. I'm happy to have a chat, guys. More than happy. So again, visit that meetme.so/Tom Crawshaw UK.